hear and see. The power to touch, feel, hear and see. From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. From the stars, from the stars. I can touch, I can feel, I can hear and see. So much more than a fantasy. I can run, I can jump, I can dance and sing. Believe in yourself and do anything. Believe in yourself and do anything. From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. From the stars, from the stars. I can walk, I can talk, I can listen and learn as the wheels in my mind begin to turn. But I'll never forget what you've given to me. The power to touch, feel, hear and see. The power to touch, feel, hear and see. From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. From another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. From the stars, from the stars. I can touch, I can feel, I can hear and see. So much more than a fantasy. I can run, I can jump, I can dance and sing. Believe in yourself and do anything. Believe in yourself and do anything. From within your mind, no one else can find the life that you inspire. Another place, not from outer space, from some place even higher. From the stars.
Hello everyone, how are we doing? This appears weird on camera. Oh god. It's fine. It's fine. We're good. We're good. Hi everyone. How's it hanging? Welcome to another stream. Yeah, you can really see my wow. It's like the cat maid outfit. Woo! To be clear, it doesn't look like that it doesn't look like that in person. The camera is doing something. Alright, the mic's gonna stay there, so. How's everyone doing? I hope you're having a good day. We're just gonna hang out for a little while until I gotta go to D&D later. Sound good? Cool. We'll watch whatever. God. You guys aren't supposed to get the titty unless we get to the level 10 hype train. Yeah. All right.
Everyone knows my husband, Ron DeSantis, is endorsed by President Trump, but he's also an amazing dad. Ron loves playing with the kids.
Build the wall.
He reads stories.
Then Mr. Trump said, "You're fired." I love that part.
He's teaching Madison to talk.
Make America great again.
People say Ron's all Trump, but he is so much more.
Big league. So good.
I just thought you should know.
Ron DeSantis.
What the fucking hell? I'd never seen that before.
I know you've had a number of interactions on social media and on Twitter that have suggested you've strongly held views on immigration. Are those opinions you still feel strongly about?
I don't actually. I switched off there when you said diversity in the inner city. There's diversity all over.
Dublin. So I did switch off, so I don't actually know what the rest of the question was there. Sorry.
No,
What was that?
just talking about. I know you had a couple of interactions on social media, on Twitter in October, where you were talking about anti-immigration, and there was a quote tweet from a GB News tweet where there were links between violence and immigration and migrants. And I know on social media, I guess, in your position as a role model, those comments carry weight. So I was just wondering if you have still the same held views on immigration.
So I feel right now at the moment that you're trying to hang me out to dry. So for that, I'll say next question.
That's not how it works. You don't get to pass. You're being questioned about a thing you did.
Well, not at all. The discussion, I guess, Kelly, just needs to be had.
Yeah, that was a post in October. So I do feel like you are hanging me out to dry.
It's a post from October, okay? That's not even a year ago.
You know, and you know me by now, and you know you're going to get the truth off me, and that's exactly the truth as it is, as I'm sitting here now. I feel like you've brought that up to try and bring up a bit of controversy.
Certainly not. People would know it's not my style. It's not my style to look for.
That sounds really fun, Profane Priestess. I'm glad.
For controversy, I genuinely just feel if anyone posts anything on social media or says something in an interview, those are beliefs that are strongly held and thought out.
That was in October. Like you said, it was in October. Like, we're now nearly heading into April.
Hi, Shane.
That's not that long!
Just to put in there, we've probably about 5 minutes left. If we maybe want to move on to the next one.
Yeah, no, it's an issue.
No, I totally understand it's a question and you have to ask it and everything, but
Probably best.
it's probably best to move on from it.
Is it not right that we have the discussion?
Thanks,
I
Bullet
guess,
Bill.
Kelly, is my point.
Is that what you want to waste the time on, though? Do you know what I mean? Like,
You're the one if you don't agree with the thing you said, say, hey, I was misinformed. I've grown a lot. Or if you stand by your bullshit statement, say, like, yeah, I stand by my bullshit xenophobia. Like, fucking say something. This is bullshit.
there's so many other, like, questions that you could ask me. I'm not...
Like, there is no third way here. Either you defend
you know
it.
what I mean? I'm...
Either you defend it, you say you were wrong and apologize, or that's it. Those are the two options. You don't get to be like, well, I don't know. I don't want to address it. Fuck you.
Why is it time waste? And I know, like, you're, as I said at the outset, you're an ambassador to young people and to people, and these are views that some people would see as controversial when it comes to immigrants. I would argue, speaking personally, that welcoming immigrants into our country can add so much to the culture of Dublin,
That's
to
what
Ireland.
you would argue. That's what you would argue, and that's fine.
But is that not fair?
I'm not having that argument with you.
I think
I'm not even open to the discussion with you.
Again, the fact that you say having that argument implies that you have an opposing opinion, right? So why are you afraid of the opinion that you have? That's weird. Why do you feel bad about that opinion?
Probably best. I think, guys, it's probably best to move on. To be honest, we're here today for SPAR and their media event, which Kelly is an ambassador for. So maybe if we want to pop in another question or two and move on from it.
Yeah, and the SPAR slogan and I read it out at the start, was to back local communities to drive positive change and impact. So is it not a fair question then to?
You're like a dog with a bone.
Well, no, Kelly. But the point is, you were saying there that you felt I was hanging you out to dry when that's completely not the intention of my question. The question is just to bring up a discussion on people having views on social media and backing them up.
Here we go. Right. If you're not hanging me out to dry, let it go. Move on. Be like Elsa and just let it go. Do you know what I mean? Don't hold it back anymore. Just let it go and move on.
I don't feel like it's my job to ask questions, Kelly.
I know it's your job, and you've asked, and I've responded, and I've told you. Next question. Like, I'm not here to answer those questions. You know what I mean?
It's an interview.
Like, I'm not here to talk about politics. Like, if I wanted to do that, I'd go and I'd do a degree in politics. But
no, but you've put these views forward on social media. Does that not allow them open to be questioned?
I think Kelly has said that she doesn't really want to talk about it, so it probably is best. Maybe I appreciate.
I don't know what agenda you have, Shane, but it's obviously not a good one. So.
Certainly don't have an agenda. I just wanted to ask.
Over now, I'm done.
Okay. Well, listen, Kelly, appreciate your time anyway. Regardless, Irish Olympian Kelly Harrington there. join us on the line to have a discussion.
Gnome Pickles says, I'm here to get praise and that's it. I refuse to expand on anything I have said. That's my slogan for the stream. I'm here for praise and bits. And if you question anything I say, I don't like you. I'm joking. Hold on, I gotta close this window.
Are you ready, guys? Are you ready?
Overthought says, all hail Hannah. That's right.
Are you ready for that fucking smash in the fucking face? Breaking Bad soundtrack. Yep. Ah, that one hurt. Is this real life?
What?
Is this real life? It's not fucking soft. Look at the can, man. Fucking hurt myself. For you guys.
It's an open, empty can. Like, they don't hurt. It's an open, empty can. They don't hurt to dent. The structure of a can in shipping, it's strong when it's full and pressurized, but the weakest point to smash a can once it's opened and empty is from the side. The impressive thing about smashing a can is if you do it this way, long ways, because the structure of the cylinder is still rigid, but like the side is a crumple zone. That's the weak spot of the cylinder. A little bit of geometry will save you some embarrassment.
Kidding me? Right, song request back on. Okay, that one hurt, man.
No, it
That one
didn't.
fucking hurt.
Shut up. I just did like 4. They're a micrometer. They're a
Well, that
fucking
was stupid. It was
micrometer of
stupid.
aluminum.
I'm fucking drunk, guys. I'm serious. Seriously. Don't take the piss out of me, okay?
Thanks, Flat Booty Goth Girlfriend.
What the fuck is this song? Guys, we're doing song requests, so do your song requests and
That's so fucking sad. Hands
Alright, I'm
off,
here at
flat
Burger
booty goth girlfriend. What would you like me to wear for the hats off?
King, and I'm gonna ask for something ridiculous.
Which hat? Okay.
Hello?
Burger
Hello?
King.
What can I get for you?
Can I get the chicken tongue fries? The chicken tongue fries, can I get them?
The meal or just the chicken fries?
The chicken tongue fries, does it have chicken tongue inside it?
Yes, chicken fries. That's correct.
Yeah.
You want to get the meal?
This prank is not going as he thought, clearly. You picked an item too close to an actual item. Also, don't fuck with fast food workers. I worked in fast food as a teenager and a little bit in college. Don't do this shit. Don't do this shit. It's not worth it. They don't get paid enough to deal with your nonsense. Please cease.
No.
You have the chicken fries by your foot, right?
Yeah.
Bill?
Yeah.
703. Thank you.
Actually, never mind, I'm not ordering, sorry.
Have a great day, sir.
Bye.
Alright, I'm here at Burger King, and I'm gonna...
How'd that go? Good lord. He pranked himself into ordering chicken fries, which are pretty good. Is that a prank? Laser Tag World Championships. Oh, I saw this. They had to do like a sudden death round or something, which in laser tag apparently means this. would imagine that there's an actual strategy going on here that I am unable to parse, but it just looks very funny to me. Like, are they going one at a time? Like, is this turn-based? Like, how are they... I get it. They're blocking the sensors and trying to shoot the other guy's sensors. Oh, I see. The person whose sensors are on changes. Okay, I see what's happening. So the one that's glowing is the target. That's over a line. That just felt homophobic. So I deleted the message. This goes on for 5 minutes. I've seen the cult anime. It's fine. I'm not saying you're homophobic. I'm just saying it basically was just like, haha, they're gay. That was the joke. Yeah, it was happy science. At least I think so. Which guy won? Does it matter? I don't want to be mean. I'm glad that they have a hobby that they enjoy and have a group of people they clearly have fun doing it with together. It looks a little silly. So do a lot of things. It's fine. Ooh, this one's classic. I know we've seen this one before, but it's too good. Do I want to go play laser tag? I mean, laser tag is fun. In a normal laser tag environment where you're actually running around and shooting people and not just in a circle dancing.
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. I understand.
We have a job to do.
Sure.
So can you take a moment and step out of the vehicle and just talk to us for a minute?
Well, we can't get into much. We're a little late for an appointment.
Okay.
But as we talked the other night, we're so grateful that he failed the polygraph test this morning, and my accuser did. And we have gathered together this outside board of overseers, and they're going through the process of investigation and finding out what needs to be done to me. You know, I've put myself on an extended, what do we call it, suspension of my senior pastor's role. I resigned from the NAE because both of those roles are based on trust. And right now my trust is questionable.
Right. Well,
and
the man who's making the accusations, Mike Jones, did fail part of the polygraph. It showed deception about having any kind of a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
He did not fail or did not directly address the aspect of any use of illegal drugs.
Yeah, and all
that's still a question that's out there.
All that's got to be processed through, and I'm sure they're going to do that.
Caught.
I know that Nicole asked you tonight, but I have to ask you again: have you used meth?
No, I have not.
Okay, and the voice expert that is in Denver that was hired by KUSA has matched now 18 of the words left on the voicemail message.
I did call him.
Voice.
I did call him.
And what did you call him about?
I called him to buy some meth, but I threw it away.
And who were you buying the meth?
You throw away the meth.
I was buying it for me, but I never used it.
Have you ever used meth before?
No, I have not.
So.
And I did not ever use it with him.
And did you ever have sex with him?
No, I did not.
And at what point did you decide to throw away the meth?
Right after. I never kept it very long because it was wrong. I was tempted. I bought it, but I never used it.
And how did you know that he would sell it to you?
He told me about it. I went there for a massage. So, okay, we're late for our appointment.
Who is this person? He's he's a pastor who did, he's an evangelical pastor who's very anti-gay and stuff, but he got caught, in a illicit affair with a young man, and also doing meth.
And so, but thank you for your work.
How did you find him to get a massage from him?
Look at his wife, death glaring.
Earl.
From
the hotel I was staying at.
The hotel where?
I've stayed a lot of hotels in Denver because I write in Denver. So, okay?
Okay.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Pastor.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Jesus Christ.
An alternative to permanent tattoos, what plant dye popular in India is used for temporary body art?
I know this.
Henna?
You do? Hentai.
The correct answer is henna.
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 Okay.
Very close, but that's your first
What is Steven Seagal doing? All right, then.
Receive miracles through text. God is not limited. While in shutaway prayer, God spoke to Apostle that he is releasing miracles to you now through text messages that Apostle Taylor is sending. Throughout time, God has released miracles through many ways. God split the Red Sea with Moses' staff. God released special miracles by clothes through the Apostle Paul's ministry. God sends miracles through a sent word. A centurion asked Jesus to speak the word only for his servant to be healed, and his servant was healed within the same hour. Jesus marveled at the centurion's faith and commended the centurion for having great faith because he believed with just a sent word from the Lord, even if Jesus wasn't physically around the person, a miracle would happen. He sent his word and healed them and delivered them from their destructions. Psalms 107 verse 20. God has blessed us with modern technology such as TV, radio, and cell phones to spread and send His word. Just like you receive God's word and encouragement through these media resources, you can receive God's miracles through a sent word from God through a text message. For many years, Apostle David E. Taylor has released God's miracles by sending a word from God through text messages.
It's like this commercial was and the reason is probably because it feels like this commercial was produced for people with dementia, so no matter where you are in the commercial, you remember what the commercial is for because they keep saying it over and over. This is like a super redundant commercial. Jamie says, this reminds me of those Miracle Water commercials run by a guy who was covered on here and, like, convicted of a bunch of fraud. I remember that guy.
Including the miracle of raising the dead. This is amazing. Apostle sent a word from the Lord.
A text message brought my child back to life.
Lord through text and two.
My child died, and then Jesus sent me a text that said LOL JK, and he immediately came back to life.
Precious lives were delivered from their destruction and death. Chris was rooting for the 49ers while watching the 2012 NFC playoff match between the San Francisco 49ers and New Orleans Saints. During this time, a provoked and enraged Saints fan fired 4 or 5 gunshots at him and his friend.
How many of you heard about this year of this NFL Super Bowl? A young man was shot point blank for rooting for the 49ers. Did y'all hear that? It was national news. This is the young man.
Look at his face. He's like, yep, I got shot, and now they paid me to come here, so... DJ Shay says, it's this sort of shit that makes me want to do a crusade on the heresy of prosperity gospel and associated scams. You'd think the number one, if I was a Christian, my major concern would be like grifters like this who are using the word of like what I think God is if I'm Christian, using the word of God to scam people out of money, right? Shouldn't that be like number one on your priority list and not like drag queens reading kids' books?
A 49ers fan is in critical condition tonight after a shooting outside a Georgia restaurant.
Chris was shot in the abdomen and was sent to the hospital in extreme critical condition.
His friend 30-year-old Chris Middleton was shot in the chest. Adams had to run for it.
Just praying that he's okay. He was talking. He was laying down on the ground. He was talking about his kids. He was talking about his wife.
6 doctors had the same negative report. 4 other people in the same hospital room around him had died. The doctors shared the grim news with his mother.
The doctors, and there were 6 of them.
4 other people around him in the hospital room had died? Why is that a relevant story beat? He was shot. It wasn't a communicable disease that other people around him also had. Do you think death is contagious? Like, do you think the person in the bed next to him dying of, like, cancer affects his gunshot wound?
See it.
It's just emotional bullshit that doesn't really mean anything, but, you know, it might affect you.
3 weeks.
Chris's mother, who connected with Apostle through Facebook, contacted Apostle Taylor by texting a message to his Facebook account, explaining the severity of the
texting a message to his Facebook account.
Situation.
I texted Apostle Taylor and I was keeping him up to date with what was going on.
Death is contagious when you don't wash your hands. You know what I mean.
And he told me, he said, Chris is not gonna die, he's gonna live.
Apostle responded by sending a text with this message: Chris is not going to die, he is going to live. Shortly after Apostle...
How many, statistically, I want to know how many messages he gets like this, and how many people he texts that to, and statistically how many of them die versus live, but then he brings on the ones that live and said, see, I said he was gonna live.
Sent the word of the Lord and command for Chris to be raised from the dead. A true miracle through text took place, and Chris was raised from the dead. He was brought back to life. The doctors were shocked and called it a miracle. A few months later, Chris came and testified to the miracle at one of Apostle Taylor's miracle crusades in St. Louis.
You shot me twice. As here it is a year later, and I'm standing before you.
God wasn't finished with Chris, because while he was testifying of being raised from the dead, God healed his legs. Chris threw down his crutches, and by the power of God, began to run.
You came on a crutch. I saw you limping for days. Now, God raised you up supernaturally from that coma, but you had this. What just happened?
I don't know. I don't know. I ain't never done that.
You ain't ever done?
Not run like that. And I don't feel it in my legs no more, no pain or no throbbing or anything.
It's a miracle. I saw you and other people saw you wobbling on the cane for 2 days.
Yes, for 2 days. I don't know, my legs, they don't hurt anymore. I'm just moving. I don't have a wobble when I walk anymore. So.
A young man is raised from death to life after Apostle releases the resurrection miracle power of Jesus through a text message.
My cousin had just dropped down dead while taking a shower, and I'd seen the Lord use David E. Taylor to raise the dead. I sent him a text, and he sent me a text and said the Lord told him only 2 words to say, and that was, get up. And shortly after Apostle released the command, my cousin was raised from the dead.
If God raised 2 people from the dead, as you see here in these 2 testimonies by Apostle Taylor ministering through sending a text, how much more can you receive a miracle for anything you need, whether it's in your health, marriage, family, ministry, business, financial, in any area? God will give you a miracle if you will just believe that all things are possible with God, even through a text. Expect a miracle today. Receive a text from Apostle Taylor, Apostle from his place of shutaway prayer, where he has been now for over 3 years doing the longest shutaway in history, wants you to text him personally. Text Apostle via cell phone or by WhatsApp at 720-570-6647. That's 720-570-6647. Visit KOGGC.org. Call now. 1.
How fucking sad that people fall for scams like this.
Because you didn't even.
I'm telling you now. All right, so I'm trying to move, please.
It wasn't bedtime, and I was
I'm
like,
trying
I don't
to
want
leave,
you
please.
sleeping in the bed with me.
I'm trying.
I didn't say that. What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password, Joe? What's the Wi-Fi password? What's the Wi-Fi password? You really want me to call the cops for this?
Go for
Wi-Fi?
it. Go for it. What are they gonna do? They're gonna laugh at
You're
you.
an abusive narcissist.
I'm not doing anything.
Raped me.
I haven't done anything.
Yep, you've done.
Oh, fucking yikes.
I love sushi.
I love Japan, period.
The tea ceremonies.
J-Rock.
Yeah.
Garugamesh.
Oh, yeah.
I love anime.
Yeah. And manga.
And gaming. Oh, DDR.
Smiley K.
Hey! Sakura-kan ikimasu!
Don't just talk about it. Check out Sakura-kan, April 10 through 12. Check sakurakan.org for all the details.
How'd that con go? Was it fine? Probably fine. Oni-chan contest 2023 ends bad. Can one of the weebs tell me what Oni-chan means? Profane Priestess says, got bits so I can say this. As a disabled person, these spiritual healer people are fucking offensive. Getting people to pretend they're sick just so we can trick, frighten desperate people. To give him money they could spend on actual medical care, or making their disease pain more bearable by spending time with hobbies and family. These people disgust me on a visceral level. Oh, same. Same. Big Brother? Oh no.
Ahí estamos. 1, 2.
Oh. Oh.
Legendario, legendario, nuevo, dicen por ahí. Nuevo, dice. Cada año evoluciona, hermano, ¿qué? ¿Fue? ¿Otra vez? ¿Qué? Ahí, ahí. Otro, de otro modelo.
And people wonder why I don't want to watch anime. There's no way we could have warned you about the cringe to come.
Jesse, tu Oni-chan, silencio. Palmas, pele, no, la pone muy bien otra vez. A ver, otra vez. No, segundo intento.
Everyone here is over 900 years old.
Ahí vino el pack completo, nos callamos todos y lanzo tu Oni-chan. Silencio todos, Oni-chan.
Meek says, how much for an Oni-chan Hannah? No. Nope. I'm good. Some things are worth more than money. Apparently, I've just learned my dignity is one of them, just slightly.
Respira, tranquila, todos callados. Lanza tu nicho. Silencio para escuchar a Arturo, muchachos. Arturo, todo tuyo. Ahora.
Stop! It's a contest at an anime convention where they're doing voices.
Para poder escuchar, ven mejor adelante para que no se vaya a acoplar el micro con el parlante.
What the fuck? Even Danzy would be better? Do you mean that? Do you mean that for real? For real, though? For real, for real? Bittergrin says Danzy with 100 bits. Danzy's a cleanse after that? That's a terrible Danzy song. I don't even understand it. Okay, classic. Danzy's a cleanse after.
She's a poor woman and she's locked on dog chain.
I forgot!
More miserable than a dog. Lonely like a hell.
This was based on a real story where a woman was kidnapped and was like kept on a dog chain for years, which is horrifying. And Danzy decided to turn it into a song for some fucking reason.
Away. She's locked up in a shed for more than 24 years. Built with catastrophe, but she knows she can fly away. Whoa! She got her neck locked on the chain, and she cannot get away. Oh, she was forced to give birth to children, and she cannot move freely.
I've stared into the abyss, okay? Internet is the abyss, and I've stared so deeply into the darkness, and it has filled me to the brim.
Oh. This woman's locked on the chain. This woman's locked on the chain. She's locked up with the chain. This woman's locked on the chain. Looks like a woman, but she's a sex slave. So unbelievable she can burn your eyes. She's actually a traffic bride. You can try, but you never forget her chain. She's on bottom of the world, poorest of the poorest woman. Say, oh, she's locked and chained in a shed, and people are not allowed to save her. Chinese people, and things are still hitting out. This woman's locked on Doug Chang. She's locked up with Doug Chang. This woman's locked on Doug Chang. Everybody's angry as the video goes viral, cause they can see the flame that's in her eyes. Watch her as she's shaking up internet. Everybody knew that she's a victim kidnapping. And it's an evil world, but we won't let it go, baby, This woman's locked up Doug Chang. This woman's locked up with Doug Chang. She's locked up on Doug Chang.
I'll never be as funny on purpose as Danzy is on accident. And that's sad.
Let's make America vegan again. How can I be friends with the Trumps and be vegan? Well, that's interesting. How can we celebrate the resurrection by slaughtering an animal?
What about fish?
It's not in our best interest to eat swimming meat. It's still meat.
So he's a MAGA vegan. Overthought says never forget. Yes! This is beautiful. I'm in a chamber of Danzy. Next subathon. Just the whole thing's gonna be Danzy. 24 hours a day.
Talking about successful Greeks, right? A Greek is like a Jew with a boat. I'm just trying to be the best version of myself that I can. Just coming back to really the way our yayas and papus probably ate. The reason I was eating animal foods is because I realized I was just following orders. Hello, I am Philip Nicozisis. Welcome to my vegan home here in beautiful and sunny West Palm Beach, Florida. I'm a Greek American. I'm the son of an immigrant war refugee.
Bittergrin says I'd better start saving money for the next subathon now then.
I have been vegan for...
No, still give it to me now.
...for 10 years. Like the rest of us, I grew up on a diet of meat, dairy products, and eggs. I just find it a little bit ironic. I mean, I identify as an Orthodox Christian. How can we celebrate the resurrection by slaughtering an animal? The animals were really created to live celebratory and purposeful lives. How do we celebrate Easter? Very, very easily. We don't celebrate.
Okay, but like the Bible doesn't say that, and like obviously veganism, great. It's just weird that you're trying to tie this biblically because the Bible explicitly tells people to eat meat and that animals are for humans to eat. Like it says that explicitly in the text. So if you're like a literalist Christian or anything along those lines, it's kind of hard to mesh that with your veganism.
Celebrate it with death. The resurrection we celebrate with life. We're gonna make a vegan margarita. You can't be Greek and not like garlic, right? You're not kissing anybody later today, are you? This is a lupini beans. This is a little secret weapon I have. Vegan chicken broth. This is soya. Now we're gonna go with the big boy. It's interesting that we have to come up with a word vegan just to describe really what I feel is our natural state as human beings. The NFL.
It's not though. It's not though. Like humans in a quote unquote natural environment pretty much eat whatever they can fit in their mouths.
NFL players, the Olympic athletes, and all of these people are all switching over to a plant-based diet, and they're thriving because our bodies were not meant to run on meat, dairy products, and eggs. That's a con job by who? By salespeople in the food industry, telling us to eat protein, eat protein, eat protein. No one's ever been in the hospital for a protein deficiency. The number one
I'm pretty sure that's probably objectively untrue.
Disease in all of the developed world is what? Heart disease, right? It's always different with me. Everything turns out different every time. So now, I think what we have is a hybrid of avgolemono and margarita. It's somehow they made a baby, those two. It's basically a bean soup that I put in the blender. I think that plant-based diet is in profound alignment with Republican principles, and that includes taking responsibility for our health. And so from a public policy standpoint, I like the idea of saving maybe $2 trillion a year on healthcare. Both parties take money from the meat and dairy industry. No US president was a vegan. I really believe that President Trump is going to eventually be vegan. You know, he
The guy's like 80 years old. The clock's ticking.
likes the physical aesthetics. He has a beautiful wife. He loves beautiful people. And when he realizes that he can be a beautiful person physically by going to plants, and he does it, and then he feels better and he thinks better, I think it's going to be great.
Tea with Goblins with 100 bits almost kicks off a hype train and says, "Oh my stars and garters, is that a Killsgat dress? You look phenomenal." Is it? I don't know what that word means. Thank you, though. My microphone is hiding a boob window because it looks very booby on camera.
I was turning 50 and I was going through my Facebook. I came across a Facebook ad that said, "Keep your job, see the world, leave the planning to us." I was like, what is that? What I realized is that I could be anywhere and live up to my responsibilities as the property portfolio manager, and so I did just that.
Killstar, gotcha.
About halfway through, all this cool stuff was happening. I was inspired. My book became a #1 bestseller in 7 countries. Have Laptop Will Travel, Memoirs of a Digital Nomad, 12 Cities, 12 Months. #1 in sales in the business travel category. What I learned is the only person you can change is yourself. All you can do is do your part and be an example, and I think that the rest follows.
How rich is this douche? I'd say he's rich enough that he's a Trump supporter even though he's a vegan. Cast of Ted Lasso awkwardly observe shouting match between angry reporter and his colleagues in the White House briefing room.
Yeah, right. You're right. You're here for me. Refer me. No. That's not. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're not doing this.
From across the room, you've been discriminating against me and discriminating against some people in the briefing room. And I'm saying that this is the U.S., this is not China, this is not Russia. This is not Russia.
Okay.
What you are doing, you are making a mockery of the First Amendment.
Decorum, please.
It's been 7 months. You've not called on me. You've ignored my messages. I'm saying that that's not right. That's not right.
On times, welcome, guys. Welcome. Welcome to the press briefing room. Okay.
Some people, but this is not right. Sir, let it go.
Are we ready? Are we going to behave? While many folks... Decorum, please.
Sorry to our guests. We apologize.
Yes, I apologize. I apologize. Okay. Yeah, right. You're right. You're here for me.
Isn't government great? Hydrate. We've seen this one before, but this is pretty classic too, in terms of sovereign citizen type stuff.
Well, I did issue for a defective equipment. It's $80. You have till September 16th to take care of this. Get you to sign over the Exodus.
So you don't even give a warning for this?
You've been driving around for 6 months like that.
I'm truthful.
Well, I'm not going to give you a warning for something you've been driving for 6 months.
But, well, I don't want to sign it because I don't want to do $80.
You don't want to sign it?
No, because I don't think that I deserve to pay $80 for something that is fixable and I can fix it.
All right.
If that's all you want
Go ahead
to
and
do.
step out of the car.
Why?
Because you're under arrest. Step out. Step out of the vehicle.
No, I'm not.
Step out.
No.
Step out. I'm giving you a lawful order. Step out.
You be fair with me and I'll be fair with you.
Step out.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I'm not.
I'm placing you under arrest. Step
You
out.
are full of because you're not placing me under no arrest.
Do not take off.
Shut up and give me that and I'll sign it.
Step out.
No.
We're beyond that.
Do you want me
Step
to...
out. Get out of the car! 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 Get out of the car!
You better leave me!
Oh!
Put your hands behind your
Leave
back!
me alone!
Put Put your hands behind your back. Now.
Oh, here comes the taser. Shit.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your hands behind your back. Lay down and put your hands behind your back. Now. No, you will not. You're gonna get it again.
Like, obviously, like, this lady is shitty and a dumbass, but I do not think the cop is using the minimum amount of force necessary to resolve this situation. That should be the goal. The minimum amount of pushback necessary. Definitely overdid it.
Only saw on Section 13 update to a story you only saw on this station last week. A Meyerland homeowner locked in a legal battle with strangers who'd moved into a rental home and would not leave.
That homeowner reached out to us and we got results. ABC 13's Maya Shea live in Meyerland with the resolution, Maya.
That's right. We were first told about this last Wednesday. On Thursday, we came and visited the house, and we couldn't even get in because the locks had been changed. Well, today, it's Monday. The locks have been changed back to something the homeowner can use, and at least in this case, it seems we have a resolution.
Let's see what we find in here today.
Just last week, Linda Jiang couldn't get into the house she owns.
They locked me out of my own property. That's crazy.
But today, the people who had been living in her home were gone, and Jiang could once again open her own house door.
Yeah, they didn't change. Well, thank you for coming out here to do the story. I think that was a great help.
But getting here wasn't easy. Jiang says it appears the woman identified as Tamisha Holmes Bay had lived in the house with several others for almost a month. And when we saw her last week, she insisted she had a legitimate...
Why is this on the news? Because it's weird for people to steal someone's house? This is a group, like, these are more citizens. This has been like a running thing where they'll just, like, break into someone's house and change the locks and claim it's theirs. And look, like, I wouldn't, like, if it was an empty rental property or something, I don't really give a shit, you know? But, like, these are just people's houses that they live in.
Lease and is new to Texas.
I don't know what's going on. All I know is that me and my kids moved here to start a new life.
From where?
From California.
But public records show Holmes Bay has lived in Texas for decades and has been involved in civil and criminal cases in several Texas counties. A woman with her name had 3 evictions on record in Fort Bend County in the past 4 years. Veteran eviction attorney Brian Serwin says he's seen these situations.
How far did I get in Zombies Ate My Neighbors yesterday? Level in the 30s or 40s. I'm not sure, though.
Situations increase in
I gave up at a certain point.
Years.
I've still never beat the game and probably never will.
Years.
So we're seeing a rise in this kind of fraudulent documents, people breaking into nice homes and trying to squat there. We're seeing a rise over the past year of this. I've been
Yeah, I don't feel bad if it's a rental property.
Oi, this big...
Who's driving now?
I saw that guy.
So last night I watched a video of Stormy Sky Bear, I believe it is. I'll tag her in the video. But she was talking about that fentanyl preserves your organs.
Oh, God.
When you die. So then I got down that rabbit hole. They're organ harvesting
No, when someone says preserves in that context, I think they more mean in the mortuary sense. If you, like, put a bunch of formaldehyde in an organ, like, that'll preserve the organ, but it's also unusable. And is she confusing fentanyl with formaldehyde? She might be. I don't know.
This is, like, so fucked up. So fucked up. Like, there's so many people dying from fentanyl, from overdoses. What are they doing with these people? They did this on purpose. And then, to top that off, all the people that they, I want to say, like, pull the plug, but that's not the right thing, because at the end of their life, that's what happened to my mom. They gave her fentanyl at the end.
She looks like a tweet. I was gonna say it might look like she's picking, but I don't know. I'm not gonna assume. I have no idea.
This is so fucked up.
Tea with Goblin says, formaldehyde is usually what's used for embalming. Formalin is for preserved specimens. Oh, okay.
So fucked up. People need to go down this rabbit hole, because this is seriously, seriously wrong. They're organ harvesting. Like, on a scale.
Ma'am, they're not. They're really, really not. I feel so bad for some of these people.
Okay. Here we go. It was 2021.
This is a poem that one of the January 6th assholes wrote. Being read in front of the prison where they're being held.
The 6th day of the year. The air was ice cold and the skies were all clear. The patriots gathered from all walks of life. They knew something was wrong, something wasn't quite right. There was mischief, deceit, and an sleight of hand. They knew of the lies that the deep state had planned.
Yes.
With a love for this country, for the red, white, and blue, they stood up and they cried, "We demand truth from you!" Peacefully walking with flags in their hand, they moved towards the Capitol building to stand. "Welcome," said the wolves, as the doors opened wide. "Come in," they said. "Join us," with a gleam in their eye.
Holy fuck.
It happened so...
I hate these people. We were tricked into going in. No, you weren't. Please fuck off. Forced Espion with 100 bits says, this happened to my aunt. She owns 2 homes. When she was clearing it out for the next renters, squatters came, tagged the walls, did drugs, and even left a hole in the wall. My aunt had to cover the cost. Home insurers can sometimes rip you off, especially if you're a first-generation Mexican immigrant. Squatters hurt homeowners. Hannah, thoughts on squatting? I think it's shitty, but inevitable behavior in a society where people don't have homes. It's pretty much where I'm at about it. If someone does it in the house you're actually living in, that sucks. I feel bad. If it's a rental property, that sucks. That's a risk you take on when you take on a property as an investment. That's a risk. Don't feel bad. Tea with Goblin says, is this what it's like hearing Vogon poetry? Oh god. Almost on a hype train again.
Okay, where is John Fetterman? Because this ogre...
He was in, like a mental health care facility for depression. I think he got released, though. I'm not sure, though.
...that they're showing is not him. You can't change the shape of a skull.
Oh, for the love of God, learn about different focal lenses or focal lengths, for the love of God.
Does the government seriously think we're this stupid?
I mean, looks to camera as to indicate what we all know.
And does anybody actually believe that this is him? Because if so, that's scary. You really are asleep.
Good lord, these fucking people.
Which do you think are more dangerous, drag shows or guns to children?
Drag shows.
Drag shows. How many people do you think have been killed at a drag show?
I don't know, but the long-term effects are detrimental.
How many people do you think die every year from guns?
I have no idea.
48,000.
48,000? Okay. Well, there's probably 100,000 that die from drag shows.
Which do you think are...
Just making up numbers.
Afternoon awaiting his sentence. Prison.
Patient who was a head of state in 2002. She had come to my little office for the treatment of something that conventional medicine had been unable to treat. And
unable to treat, air quotes.
She actually did get successfully treated, but that's not the point. The point is, one day she said to me, you know, it's almost time for the great culling to begin. And I said, the what? She said, culling, C-U-L-L. I said, I'm familiar with the word. What are you talking about? She said, the culling of the useless eaters. That was a term that I had never heard at that point. And I said,
I usually opine about the evil global extinction plans I have for the lower classes, just to people I barely know.
What's a useless eater? She said,
30 seconds left to start a hype train.
My dear, but who? If you want to make me really angry.
Hey, there it is. Skifazoa with 101 bits says, reminded me of those kids at the playground that go infinity +1. It's me. I'm that kid. Hype train.
Use a term of endearment when we don't have an endearing relationship. So I didn't like the my dear part. I said, okay, who's a useless eater? She said, those people who are consuming our non-renewable resources. And
Raja, thanks for 17 months.
I said, did it ever occur to you that you're consuming their non-renewable resources? And she said, oh, that's an interesting idea. Well, anyway, and she dismissed it instantly. And I said, so how many of these useless eaters are you planning on culling? And she said, 90%. And I said, 90% of what? And she said, the total population of the planet.
These people don't understand how anything works. To what end? Like, why would you murder 90% of the Earth when that would ruin your quality of life as an evil mastermind? Like, you need people to do labor for you still. Tea with Goblin says, what's a useless eater? Cut to me with my soft hands and multiple arts degrees eating shredded cheese out of the bag at 3 a.m. You earned that 3 a.m. shredded bag cheese, okay? Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, god damn it. 56% to level 1 on the hype train.
And I said to her, now remember, this is my personal experience. If anybody told me this as a second-hand or third-hand experience, I probably wouldn't believe them, but...
Oh, okay. That gives me permission to also not believe then. So that's good, because I don't.
Last week?
Called your father-in-law, he's called him his David. And it's something that he has given me more than one time about it. That's his David, and no matter what, he will throw this stone and he's going to take all the giants out at one time. And how God's going to do that, I don't really know, but it blesses me because he is appointed for this time, and no matter what the enemy tries to do.
Logarth with 100 bits says, behold, I am become hype, bringer of trains.
It's not going to stop what God has.
Useless eater is a translation of the Nazi term, Nutzloser Fresser, how they referred to disabled people during Actian T4. Oh, God.
We
Fucking
thank
yikes.
you for their guardian angels protecting them. We thank you, Father God, that we plead the blood of Jesus over each and every one of them because the enemy cannot pass that line, that bloodline. And we thank you, Father God, that you are restoring their name. You're restoring what the enemy has stolen. You're restoring to them, Father God, the positions that you have called them to be in, and there's nothing that Satan can do, and there's nothing that anybody he uses can do to keep them from their calling and keep them from their assignments, and we thank you for it. In Jesus' name, amen and amen.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
DJ Shay with 45 bits says, it's like the weird cult rubbish Musk believes that working class people should be stopped from procreating while all his genetically superior progeny should be given automatic placements in places of governmental and business leadership. Just one question, Elon. Who's gonna do labor you need? He probably thinks robots.
Again, I am, I mean, nigga.
Must be born again of the Father.
65% to level 1 with a minute left in the hype train.
They must return to the Father, because until they return to the Father, the woman will rule. And as you know, every time you listen to the woman, you're going to suffer. A man has no business to listen to a woman, unless he listen to her about evil, because women of their nature being evil until they are born again of the Father, they can pick up.
Did he just fucking say women are evil?
Evil all the time. So the man can hear, oh, you better watch out for that woman, or you better watch out for this. But other than that, a man should never take advice from a woman. He will always suffer. Men must be born again of the Father. They must return to the Father, because until they return to the Father, the woman will rule. And as you know, every time you listen to the woman, you're going to suffer. A man has no business to listen to a woman.
Eldronder, thanks for 300 bits. Irish people try root beer for the first time. I've seen this, actually.
What are we doing? Enlighten me, Sean.
Let's get to the...
For Americans who don't know, root beer is a very American drink. Like, it's not a thing other places, and they don't typically like it. It tastes like toothpaste to Europeans.
Root of the problem here and find out what we're doing.
Or sorry, maybe it's not root beer, maybe it's medicine or something. Either way, it tastes like something they don't like.
It's root beer.
Thanks for the hype, everyone. Not quite to a level 1 hype train, but I appreciate it.
Oh, hey.
Alcoholic?
No,
okay,
root
thank
beer
God.
is alcoholic.
Ooh. What root? Beetroot?
Nice Spyro shirt. Yeah, one of them did, didn't they? Oh, they got A and W. I don't know if that's the one I'd pick. I'd probably pick like not a national chain root beer. There's a lot better root beer that you can get that's like regional or local.
Expecting a...
Yeah.
Made with aged vanilla.
Since 1919. It's an old one.
Kind of smells like medicine.
Oh.
Like toothpaste, maybe?
Oh,
no.
That smells like, yeah.
Paint thinner. Ugh.
People drink this.
It's fizzy, but it doesn't taste like a fizzy drink.
That is muck.
That is one of the most vile things we've ever put in our mouth.
2 out of 10.
Yeah.
Shite.
Well, if you do have any consumer comments, you can call 1-866.
Things actually went up
root
early.
beer.
Okay, it's a better one.
I'm glad there's a bottle.
Glad there's a bottle.
Yeah.
I'm annoyed we didn't get to do our...
It's like, I provided for you an entire plate of root beer.
Let's just do it.
We hated the first one, so
I know.
and this looks exactly the same.
That one's a little bit better. Slightly.
Whoa. That tastes like licorice.
I like some of the ingredients on this. There's like wintergreen, sweet birch, molasses. It's like if you were wearing a plaid shirt. Exactly the same.
Yeah, no, it's literally like Jägermeister without the fun.
Maybe we'll like get placeboed drunk.
What is this name?
Bangs.
Is it?
Is it bangs or bargs?
Bargs.
Barks. Bork. It's like a very wealthy dog. Bork.
Bork.
So I think it's going to taste like crap, which means it will taste good.
Okay, so this one is artificially flavored, and the last one wasn't.
Don't shake the can. Why are you shaking the can?
It's not.
It's gonna.
can.
Is this what you want, damn it? Is this how you want to drink your drink? This smells like actually like Coke.
Oh, way more Jägermeister-y.
Oh shit! Oh, that's actually really nice, yeah.
Oh, how about that? It looks exactly like the other two.
I think it's got
It's a brown liquid. What do you want it to look like? It's root beer.
I'm not one to drink Diet
Like all lemonade probably looks pretty similar too.
Coke. I don't
It's
like
the
it.
same
like Diet
thing.
Coke. This tastes like you discovered yesterday that all the stuff you've been feeding us for the last 12 months has been slowly poisoning us, and this is the really gross cure that we have to have.
It's no wonder it's been good since 1898.
Yes!
Beat that!
It's Frosty the root beer.
La 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 la.
Why does Santa have a tumor on the side of his face? You need to get that checked out, Santa Claus.
I love it. It's so vintage. And
Oh, the tumor's on. No.
Oh, this is pure DP.
It still smells like disinfectant, just to let you know.
It's the same thing!
These are the exact same drinks 3 times.
It's kind of dawning on me that they all taste very similar.
no, I think you're just adapting to what root beer tastes like.
Can't get through it. I feel like a sugar high is worse than an alcohol.
Wondering what to get your father for Pop's Day? Dad's root beer.
So it's old-fashioned root beer, which means the others were newfangled, were they? So this is going to be the old school good stuff. This is going to taste different.
I'm gonna name this root beer after my dad.
Woo! I almost spilt it on myself.
I haven't even tasted it. It's the exact same.
Tastes like a broken home.
It's the exact same drink. This is hell. This is hell. This is our hell.
The taste isn't as bad as the smell.
Does not taste like a real dad, unfortunately.
100% ground dad.
Which was the best and which was the worst? Have you not listened to a word we've said?
Wouldn't be going into the shop now and picking up root beer ever again.
Did you say that we got to the root of the problem?
I feel we did.
Full circle, full circle.
Everybody's got a bit of dad's root beer. It's for your dad.
Houston, this is Radford. A fleet of massive alien spacecraft
Made by, like, the script was done by AI.
just appeared out of nowhere and jumped into Earth's atmosphere. The ships are unlike anything.
Panic is spreading across the globe in the wake of the arrival of alien spaceships. Reports of unusual activity and sightings have led to fear and uncertainty, with many wondering what the aliens' intentions may be.
World leaders are working to calm the public and assure their safety, but the situation remains tense. Experts continue to investigate and gather more information as the world grapples with this unprecedented event.
My fellow Americans, today we face a challenge unlike any other in our history. As you may be aware, strange alien objects have arrived on our planet. While we do not yet know their intentions, we must remain calm and approach this situation with the utmost care. I have ordered our government officials to work with international partners to gather more information and develop a coordinated response. We will remain vigilant and steadfast in our efforts to protect our planet and its inhabitants.
First Name Bunch of Numbers says, speaking of religious bullshit, sharing the Hell Truth website on an earlier stream reminded me that I've seen a bunch of weird religious websites advertised on billboards across the country. Like enough to fill a whole stream. Would you be interested in an entire list of submissions of this genre? It would make for a fun deep dive if people are interested. I think that sounds like an interesting idea on the surface, and I see why that sounds good. But I feel like once you scratch under the surface, it's all going to be the same content. Poorly designed and managed websites with generic, boring scripture bullshit. I don't know if it would, like, be entertaining for 3 full hours.
President Vladimir Putin has accused the U.S. of inviting the aliens to our doorsteps through unprovoked attacks on the UFOs that were recently shot down over the U.S. and Canada. Putin suggested that the U.S. attacks on the UFOs may have broadcasted Earth's location to the aliens.
But if they were already UFOs, then they would... Yeah, AI still isn't very good at writing.
Added that the world is about to pay a heavy price for what he called America's outrageous actions.
In a bold move that has sent shockwaves through the international community, Russia, China, and India have announced that they are teaming up to make first contact with the aliens. The new plan involves a joint task force of scientists, engineers, and other experts working together to develop technology capable of communicating with the aliens.
The United States government has expressed that it will not support Russia's efforts to make first contact with the aliens. In a statement released earlier today, President Joe Biden stated that the U.S. government will block any actions that could potentially put national security at risk.
Today, I ordered our brave men and women at the Space Force to do whatever it takes to prevent Russia and its allies from making first contact with the aliens. We are determined to prevent any exchange of technology between the aliens and these nations, which could jeopardize the national security of our country. I urge the international
It is very Neil Breen with the usage of stock footage and CGI assets that they probably bought from the store.
Everyone was impressed by how aliens greeted me. I was the smartest person in the room. I dissected some aliens and they didn't even scream. Nobody heard them scream. I created Space Force. I don't think Sleepy Joe will give me any credit.
Okay, that's funny.
Concerns continue to rise over Russia's growing interest in exchanging technology with the aliens, which could put global security at risk. Russia said it's committed to sharing any alien technology it receives with the rest of the world. A group of delegates representing Russia and its allies was from making any contact.
Tomorrow,
object that's approaching us.
Do we kill the aliens? I just need to know how it ends.
We have observed your actions with great disappointment. Your inability to see beyond your own selfish desires has blinded you. You have failed to recognize the interconnectedness of all things and the importance of cooperation and respect.
Oh, sure, it's the cliche. Your international conflicts make it impossible for us to actually interact with you. Ending.
We have come here to return your artifact that carried a misleading message of hope and togetherness. You are not who you claim to be. We had hoped that by making contact with you, we could share our knowledge and wisdom and help guide you towards a more enlightened path. But it seems that you are not yet ready to receive our message.
Did you know a lot of our international conflicts are over scarce resources, and if you shared your technology with us, it might help alleviate some of the pressures that are causing people to act out in ways that are harmful to themselves and society as a whole? No? Okay, cool, thanks. There's actually a pretty fun Twilight Zone episode that does a twist on this same sort of trope of aliens coming and we need to get our shit together. It's from the 1980s Twilight Zone, and it's called A Small Talent for War. How long is it? Let me see if I can find it, actually, because a lot of the 80s Twilight Zone is on YouTube. Yeah, it's only like 7 minutes long. We can watch this, that's fine. If you haven't seen the 80s Twilight Zone, it's not as classic as the 60s Twilight Zone, but it's not bad. Some of it holds up. The good episodes are still really good.
This is absurd. We have no assurance that this so-called emissary is not hostile.
But the radio message said he was an ambassador.
How many ambassadors have preceded invasion in our own Earth history? The United States would do well to follow Soviet lead and placing their troops on alert.
For God's sake, this is the first contact humanity has had with extraterrestrial intelligence. Do you want them to think we're savages? Thinking with our guns instead of...
People of the Earth, attend my words. 2 million years ago, my people began a vast seeding program. We sped up evolution on several thousand planets, bringing forth life where there had been none. Your Earth was one such planet. In a sense, you are our children, and like watchful parents, we've kept an eye on you. But you have not come far enough. We see that you have a small talent for war. We've seen your primitive conflicts, your crude weapons, your petty bickering over borders, and the nuclear balance of terror which precludes any real victory, and we despair.
Tea with Goblin says aliens have a breeding fetish confirmed. Who doesn't?
We bred you for finer things, and you have failed miserably to produce the potential we nurtured in you so long ago.
How do I feel about the 2000s Twilight Zone? There's some fun stuff in there. The sequel to It's a Good Life, I enjoy. Most of it's pretty bad, but it's corny bad in a way that I like, so I don't mind it. But it's not good for the most part.
And so the experiment is over. Within a day, our armada will be in position around your Earth. At that time, all life on your planet will be destroyed.
Order! It's absurd. How do we know you can't do it?
If you really need a demonstration, keep watching the skies.
Sorry.
Are they gonna, like, blow up the moon?
Order! Madam Chairman. Madam Chairman.
The chair recognizes the delegate from the United States.
Mr. Ambassador, surely you don't mean to condemn our race to death without giving us a chance to speak in our own defense. Surely that's not fair.
The universe, Mr. Fraser, is not fair. Do you think we made this decision in haste? We've been debating it for many centuries.
Centuries?
Oh, yes. We are a very long-lived and patient people, but even our patience has limits.
You must give us one more chance.
You've had your chance, many of them, over the centuries.
Yes, that's true, Mr. Ambassador. It's true, but we've never had this much motivation. You say what? Your ships are arriving in a day. Give us that much time, one day.
What do you think you can accomplish in so short a time?
I don't know, but you must give us one chance. At least let us show you the potential you saw in us at the dawn of time.
Very well, Mr. Fraser, you have your day. 24 hours. Until then...
You think that arm motion is necessary, or is that just how he says goodbye? Like, is that the teleporter signal? Or that's just the goodbye in Alien?
Order! Please, if ever there was a time for us to put aside our differences, it is now.
I am not convinced. Before we enter into peace negotiation, I must have proof that this threat is real.
Proof? Proof? You've seen their spaceships. You just now saw him disappear. What else do you want?
Excuse me.
We might make peace for no reason. Damn it.
The Royal Observatory in Greenwich. They say it's urgent.
He said keep watching the skies.
Halley's Comet. It's gone.
We gotta find everything we can. Disarmament, aid conferences, League of Nations, World Court, SALT Treaty.
Sure, everything that's never worked before. Why should it work this time?
Damn it, we don't have time to start from scratch. It'll work. Because it has to work.
Yes, there it is. The awesome ship has returned exactly 24 hours since it disappeared yesterday. But we have confirmation from UN sources that an historic accord has been reached among the 15 members of the Security Council and approved by acclamation of the General Assembly. There is today total peace among the peoples of the Earth for the very first time.
Good luck to us, my friend. Good luck to us all.
Well, Mr. Fraser, what have you there?
Peace, Mr. Ambassador. Peace. Within these pages lies the framework for worldwide unilateral disarmament. We, the people of the Earth, have at last made common cause against our own primitive savagery.
I fear you have misunderstood me. Your savagery is an issue, that's true, but you see, on the thousands of planets under our control, we breed warriors, gentlemen, warriors to fight for us across the galaxy. In your case, your savagery has not bred true. You are woefully backwards in the art of war. You fight erratically and clumsily. Your weapons are shockingly crude, and worst of all, in your hearts, you long for peace. A small talent for war. Too small to be of any use to us. It's no matter, we'll just have to try again elsewhere. But I thank you for a most amusing day. You people have a delightful sense of the absurd. You might take some comfort in that. After all, as one of your fine Earth actors, Edmund Gwynn, once said, dying is easy. Comedy is hard.
If we are pawns of dark powers, then even our highest aspirations become a grim joke. But if not, then no one will goad us toward world peace, or take it away once we've achieved it. Doubters, please note, you've just seen it achieved once, however briefly, in the Twilight Zone.
I think that's a fun twist on that kind of trope of a story. Like, oh, the twist was we were doing better than we thought. Like, oh, they wanted us to be more violent. It's a cute Twilight Zone twist. I kind of like that one. That's one of the things I like about the 80s Twilight Zone is some of the episodes, a lot of the episodes were, you know, full half an hour or 45-minute things. But sometimes there were episodes that were comprised of like several smaller stories. Like that one's only 7 minutes long. It's all you need a lot of the time for little short stories, speculative sci-fi stuff. Sometimes 10 minutes is enough to tell a story with a cute little twist. You guys have no idea. I own so many anthology series and anthology movies. I love anthologies. I love short stories. I don't know if it's an ADHD thing, but sometimes I find like short stories and little anthology stories really satisfying compared to long-running stuff. I own many anime DVDs, Hannah. If I'll tell you this, Evil Universe me would be very into anime, and it has a lot of anime Blu-rays. Do I own all of the Twilight Zone series? I do! I own every single one. I own every episode of Twilight Zone ever produced. I own it on disc. Top 5 favorite anthology series? Ooh, original Twilight Zone, 90s Outer Limits, Creep Show, no, Black Mirror, wait, okay, oh, this is tough, this is really tough. Original Twilight Zone, Black Mirror, Inside Number 9, Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt. That's what I'm gonna go with. It's hard though, because there's a lot of really good ones. American Horror Story is okay. I actually like American Horror Stories better because it's an anthology where every episode is different, whereas American Horror Story is a season-long anthology, but it's okay. I like Amazing Stories. I don't own it, but I do like it. X-Files isn't an anthology show, it's a Monster of the Week show. But I do like X-Files. Let's see what my people I'm following on TikTok
Hi guys,
are doing.
I got a standard map of the world here, and what I'm going to do right now
How much does Steam
Alright, guys, I
need
got a
to
standard-
give to get you to do a full stream of evil anime superfan Hannah-chan? That would be kind of funny.
Map of the world here.
Just on April 1st is almost here. This Saturday just be evil anime Hannah. That'd be kind of funny.
Alright guys, I got a standard map of the world here. And what I'm going to do right now is look up flights from New Zealand to Argentina. And should be a pretty straightforward flight as we can see from the map here. But let's see what Google Flights has to say. So I've got Auckland, New Zealand to Buenos Aires. I'm going to hit search. Found a flight here. 2 stops, LAX, JFK. Okay. Auckland to Los Angeles, Los Angeles to JFK, JFK to Buenos Aires, Argentina. Huh, interesting. Let's look at the map again. So they want you to fly from here all the way up there, and then all the way across the United States, and then come back down to Argentina. Why do you think that is? Does that make any logical sense at all? Now what I have here is the standard flat Earth model of the world, Gleason's map. And here, this is New Zealand. According to that flight, we'd be going New Zealand to LAX, there, and then down. All right, guys.
I've talked about this
standard
before.
Map of the world here.
A, fuel. B, safety. Planes try and be over land as often as possible in case of emergency landing. But also fuel, and because flight is a capitalistic endeavor, it requires business sense also. Sometimes certain routes only make sense if they make stop-offs in other places to get other passengers because it's only commercially viable if they do so. They'll only make money if they do so.
Okay, this video that I'm about to show you feels like it's the intro to a sci-fi horror movie. But it's real. Like it's real. It's not for a movie. Watch it and let me know your thoughts.
And NEOM is real. The future of work, living, and sustainability is coming to life. The master plan is being realized more every day. A project unique.
Is this another one of those fucking Dubai bullshit projects that some rich asshole's trying to get made?
Destination Sindala has launched, as has Trojena, our mountain destination. The Line, our flagship city.
Yeah, this is bullshit. Anyone who falls for this shit is an idiot.
It is an impossible thing for British people to understand the Second Amendment and why Americans have guns. But let me tell you, Americans would never allow a gas company to break into their homes and mess with things inside their homes. It's not even possible. Americans look at this and just go, they're incredulous. It's
I don't even know what the fuck you're talking
not
about.
believable that that could happen because Americans are raised with freedom kind of hardwired into them. They're told it's your God-given right, your free.
Do Nephilim and giants still exist today? Well, there's an
No.
Do Nephilim and giants still exist today? Well, there's an island in the South Pacific where the locals say they do. The Solomon Islands, located in the South Pacific Ocean, just east of Papua New Guinea, has been inhabited by the local natives for thousands of years. After European explorers discovered the island and discovered gold there, they gave it the name Solomon Islands because they believed it was the location where Solomon got the gold to build his temple in Jerusalem. But besides the mystery of Solomon's gold, the locals have oral traditions passed down about giants that live in the cave system.
I'll show you an oral tradition.
Flat Earthers searching for the end of the Earth-like.
DJ Shay says the UK...
Flat Earthers searching for the end of the Earth.
Fucking hate TikTok. DJ Shay says in UK, British Gas has been breaking into people's homes to install prepay meters against the occupants' wishes, so if you can't afford gas, it automatically stops. Gotcha. Yeah, they made me, the house I actually own, they also came in, because the meter was on the inside, so they did, come in and change it out, like, They're allowed to do that. The meter is their property. Like, they get the approval of, like, the city to do it. They'll make an appointment with you, don't get me wrong, but, like, if you refuse to do it at some point, they're gonna
Do you know
get
the craziest
police.
conspiracy theory about one of Hollywood's most beloved actors, Keanu Reeves, that he's immortal and has...
Okay? With all maps that show that the world was flat.
Guess the movie. I love these TikTok channels where you guess the movie. Just from the opening, like, titles. Neon, okay. What has Neon produced recently? Looks semi-recent, last 10 years. Ooh, water noises. BFI. I have no idea. I've not seen whatever movie this is.
So I want to start a new segment on here because, as you can see, we have a lot of movies. We are pretty much at the end of our space. We don't have a lot more space. I'm not putting up any more shelves, so this is kind of what we're working with for now. And so I know in this collection there are a ton of movies that we blind bought and I still haven't watched that potentially could get purged from the collection. So I think slowly but surely I'm going to start going through those movies. I'm going to watch them and I'm going to decide whether it is staying in the collection or if it's going.
Blind buying means you buy a movie that you've never seen before. So when I'm in the Blu-ray collecting community, it's common. You've never seen a movie, but you've heard it's good or it looks interesting and you buy it. And maybe you'll like it, maybe you won't. DJ Shea says, in the UK they're meant to have a court order to do that, but if a person falls into a vulnerable category, quite broad, the judge is not meant to grant permission, but investigative reporters have found cases of single judges handing out literally thousands of these permissions in a single day on the pure word of the gas company saying a person isn't vulnerable. Yeah, that makes sense. That's shitty.
All right, so...
Do I blind buy? Yes, I do, occasionally.
Segment on here. All right, so
I've seen most of the movies I own now.
Because I watched that potentially could get purged from the collection. So I think slowly but surely I'm going to start going through those movies. I'm going to watch them and I'm going to decide whether it is staying in the collection or if it's going. That way I can free up some space for movies that we do want. So first up is going to be this random Elijah Wood movie I blind bought. So after I watch this, I will let you know whether it's staying or going. All right, I just finished watching this one. It was actually pretty fun, so it can stay.
For now.
Guess the movie from the...
Hey, Mr. S, I didn't know you budgies.
I want to live. No, you're too heavy. It's a glandular problem. Shit! Move, people!
There is no escape.
Why is that jet flying so close to our house? At last, those planes are flying where they belong.
That's right. Over the homes of poor people.
Top secret CIA Weather Control Division, Dick speaking.
I mean pizza store!
Oh, it's you, Stan. What kind of favor?
That was captioned wrong, too. He said pizza store, not pizza storm.
So I need to get something off my breast, okay? I'm not gonna tag the commenters anymore because they're a waste of person. They're taking up a lot of oxygen that we all need. So I'm just gonna say what the comment was. Long story short, hold on, we're gonna have coffee on this one. Hey, bitch! She says because or people that don't support the current leader, Joey, she automatically resulted to insults saying, you people that support Trump. Hold on. So if you don't support the current leader by default, you automatically support Don?
No, but statistically, it's not like a crazy assumption to make. If you're incredibly vocal against Joe Biden, typically that's sort of a shibboleth that you are a Trump supporter. Again, I'm not saying that means you are, but I'm pretty sure I've seen other TikToks where you do support Trump. So I don't even know why you're upset.
That's not how politics works.
She was right, though. She was literally right about you.
What do you mean by it? Do you mean like this perhaps is...
Okay, y'all have to watch this clip from a show from 1981, and then let's talk about it after.
Oh, we saw that.
Rihanna made a horrible mistake at her halftime show by...
Okay, get off the TikTok.
Whenever you want to feel hydrated, you want to feel strong like an Italian tank, like a barbarian.
Dude, hit me with the birth name, Dude, hit me with the birth name.
Whenever you want to feel hydrated.
This is that AMC guy.
They say you are what you eat. Well, I'm all of this. I'm sleeping with my clothes on. Great song.
He has big CC energy. I would agree with that. I think he's still trying to grift his followers into giving him money now that he's lost all his money on AMC.
So I just made a live stream, and I wanted to make a video that kind of just sums up what the live stream was about. In life, we all take what's called a leap of faith. You know, it could be you're starting a relationship, a guy meets a girl. Think about it, it's a leap of faith. You don't know if that relationship is going to work out. You don't know if that girl is going to cheat on you or break your heart or whatever the case may be, right? You could be starting a business. It's a leap of faith, right? You don't know if that business is going to succeed. You could be making an investment. It's a leap of faith. I think we all know that, especially investing in AMC. Everything we do in life is a leap of faith. But the question is, are we going to have faith in something? You know, faith in God, faith in a business, faith in an investment, faith in an actual individual person. And that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for all of you, my ape brothers and my ape sisters, to have faith in me, faith in the ape father, that if you help me build an empire, I will have your best interest at heart.
Dude, if you really want to build a business, then you need to go file a business prospectus and actually figure out how to get private investments from people. You can't go on the internet and just be like, give me your money so I can start a business, guys. I promise I'll pay you back later. Like, that's not how this works.
I will have your back. And let me explain to you kind of like what that means. See, this is what the problem is. The SEC and securities laws are very, very strict. I can't make you promises.
Correct! Because in order to do that, you would need to file a business prospectus with the SEC and get a license to sell people securities, which you don't have.
Like, let's say you decided to give me a super chat. I'll give you an example of $3, $5. Okay? I can't say to you, you're going to get an ownership position in real estate. I can't do that. I can't do it. Okay? So you might say to yourself, why would I want to give the ape father $5 so he can build an empire of real estate? Meaning he could go out and purchase, you know, residential real estate with the intention of renting out that residential real estate for passive income for himself, basically, right? Like, why would I do that? What's in that for me? Two things. First of all, the Ape Father likes to party. I like to eat, I like to drink, and I like to party like a rock star and have fun. And I'm planning, once I start getting very established, okay, with these super...
Did he literally just say, I want your money because I want to do hedonistic shit with it?
chats and super thanks and super stickers, all these things, because on every video there's a super thanks. Once I start doing very well with it, because right now I haven't done well with it, I'm planning on having a lot of meet and greets with all my ape brothers and my apes.
Give me money so I can go and live an extravagant lifestyle, and then maybe I'll come and meet you. What a pitch. What a lovely, well thought out pitch.
Sisters, okay? And we're going to eat good, we're going to get together, and we're going to have a fun time, okay? So that's one thing. The second thing is that it's called a leap of faith. A leap of faith. And what does that mean? It means that if you help me build an empire, you have to have faith that
You're
I'm
going to build an empire by spending $300 a night at restaurants like you regularly claim you do? That's not an empire. That's you just spending too much money. Lennon Cat says the royal we though. The royal we though. Oh, the royal we though. I get it. The royal we. I understand. We.
For that.
We meaning him.
And down the line, the way you scratched my back, I'm going to scratch your back. And that's it. I can't say nothing else, because anything else I say, I could get legally in trouble. I can't make you any promises. Basically, if you gave me a super chat, you're doing it for entertainment purposes. You're doing it because you like the Ape Father, and you're doing it because you want to support the Ape Father's dreams that I think very big, and I want to build a gigantic real estate empire that one day could potentially become that I acquire AMC. Who knows? I'm not saying it's guaranteed.
He's gonna, with your super chats, guys, he's gonna buy a corporation.
It could lead to Ape Father and the Apes hotel casinos. A lot of big things could happen. And if those big things happen, you have to have the leap of faith of knowing that I don't forget. I don't forget who supported me in the beginning. I don't forget my ape brothers and my ape sisters. And the way you scratch my back, I scratch yours. That's it. That's all I can say. But I can't say that if you give me a super chat that you're going to have an ownership in anything. Or you're going to have an equity position in anything. I can't say that.
You're trying to, though, aren't you?
Okay? But with that said, I got big dreams. I want to become one of the biggest, most successful YouTubers on earth. I want to build an empire of real estate. And I want Ape Father and the Apes to become a brand name in many, many different industries. And I want to think very, very big. Okay? And I'm looking for people who want to support the Ape Father and support my vision. And how can you do that? Simply by giving me super chats. That's it. Super thanks, not just on the live stream, but on these videos. Couple of dollars, $2, $3, $4, $5. Whatever you want, it's up to you. $10, whatever it is. I appreciate it.
Do I have more followers than this guy? Yeah.
Okay.
He has 11.4 thousand subscribers. My YouTube channel has like 16,000 or something. And I have more people watching me right now on a live stream than he has total views on this video he posted 8 hours ago. Oh shit, Robert Morley, thanks for gifting 10 tier 1 subs. It's been nice seeing you around again lately. How you doing?
And like the movie Field of Dreams, remember Kevin Costner, James Earl Jones. If you build it, he will come. Well, let me build my empire.
Am I a witch? I'm wearing a witch hat. Am I a Wiccan? No. I am completely stealing the aesthetic.
And I'll come. Meaning for you.
E3's been confirmed canceled. I was expecting it after so many different companies pulled out, and it was already a shell of its former self, but it's a little sad. End of an era.
I will always remember. I will always remember that. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. This video is not a solicitation for an investment. Any super chats that you choose to give me, it's for entertainment purposes only. It's because you love the Ape Father. That's it. And you love me, you want to support me. It's not a solicitation of an investment. No interest or an equity position or a partnership in anything. You will not be entitled to nothing, okay? You're doing it from the goodness of your heart for entertainment purposes only. But again, that doesn't mean I forget the people who support me. That doesn't mean I don't want to have meet and greets and party with all of you and eat like kings and for the ladies' queens. And that doesn't mean that when my empire gets big, I don't forget the people who support me. That's all I have to
I'm
say.
pretty sure he's committing SEC violations by basically wink, wink, nudge, nudge, telling people to give him money to invest that he might give back later, but not really. Like, this is still, like, you know, like he's doing the thing. He's just lampshading it. Do I weigh the same as a duck? I don't know. I think we need to get, like, maybe me and a piece of driftwood and throw us in a pond and see which one floats or something. I don't know how the witch tests work.
This video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video and all my videos are for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah, I'm sure they are. Consider me entertained. Lennon Cat says, but if he uses the right words, the law doesn't apply to him. Just take the sovereign citizens. Speaking of which...
Welcome to the Dummy Kruger channel, everyone. Today's video takes us to Fort Worth, Texas, where we find 1/3 of my favorite Texas auditing trio, Cody Highroller, walking up to a traffic stop just to openly berate an officer while conducting that stop, resulting in his arrest. Cody has been quiet for a little while, and I haven't seen him with Carolina or Harvey Freebird in some time. I wonder if there's trouble in paradise because neither have mentioned this arrest thus far. Usually, we see this major call to action that includes some e-begging, call flooding, and a host of unintentional comedy. I really hope these guys aren't on the outs because they provide me with so much entertainment. Anyway, Cody comes into this traffic stop extremely hot. Let's take a look.
Get in your car and get the fuck up out of here. You're a pig. You ain't worth. Get in your car and get the fuck up out of here. Okay, get in your car and get the fuck out of here, bitch. You're a 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 bitch.
It's an interesting strategy.
You're a bitch. Get in your car and get the fuck out of here, bitch.
I told you he came in hot. This isn't holding the police accountable during a traffic stop. This is just a belligerent career criminal with absolutely no prospects in life looking for a warm place to sleep at night. I really believe he wanted to get arrested. He continued saying the same thing over and over for about another minute, so I'm skipping ahead.
You want to do mutual combat?
Do you want to do mutual combat?
Want to do mutual combat? You want to box? You want to box out here?
Asking the cop to fist fight you was a great call.
Do you want to box? I'll whoop fucking ass. You want to box?
Just look at this little lumpy tomato asking for some mutual combat. He has what looks more like pubic hair on his face rather than a mustache or a full beard. Mutual combat. Give me a break, Lumpy.
You want to box? You want to box one-on-one? You're a bitch, that's what I thought. You ain't gonna do shit. You ain't doing shit. You can't with me. You can't with me. You won't defund me.
Defund you? You have to have funds to be defunded. And we know you don't have any. And we know that because Cody tried to sue a police department last year for $500 million. He attempted to get court-appointed counsel, unsuccessfully I might add, by filling out a financial document stating he hadn't worked in the previous 12 months, nor did he intend to work in the following 12 months.
Woof.
I guess it's sometimes just easier to mooch off the actual taxpayers while trying to claim some authority over public workers whom you don't pay than getting an actual job.
Got another unit out here, guys.
So, why were you interfering with my traffic stop?
Your traffic stop was over.
No, it wasn't. Actually, it wasn't. Why were you interfering with my traffic
It's
stop?
on video, buddy. The guy already pulled off.
You guys are as bad at lying as you are at life.
No, I was in the middle of talking to him when you came up and started cursing.
When the guy was already off?
No, you interrupted my traffic stop. So why did
Traffic
you
How much longer am I going? Not much longer. I gotta get ready really soon. I gotta head out in like 25 minutes or so. So pretty soon.
Poor buddy.
You interfere with my
So if
traffic
you have anything to say to me, say it now.
stop. So why would you interfere with my traffic stop? And then
Interference is a physical act.
No, it's not.
Yeah, it is.
No, absolutely not.
According to the penal code, it is.
Talk to him and you're cursing me out and telling me to get the.
Oh, thank you. Who's your friend?
Yeah, because we don't like you here.
Who is we? You're by
What's the meaning of life? Every rose has its thorn, and every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
yourself. Who is
Me and the city of Fort Worth don't like you here.
Yes, actually, Fort Worth does like us here.
No, they don't.
They absolutely do.
According to my analytics, they don't.
Wait a second. Did Cody just say according to my anal licks, they don't?
According to my analytics, they don't.
I'm going to go with yes. That's exactly what he said.
All the time. It's just you in your head that thinks that they don't like.
I missed a line. No, I was quoting a movie.
So we want you harass
Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. They get asked what the meaning of life is, and that's their answer.
people for victimless crimes.
I'm not harassing anybody.
You were harassing that guy for victimless crimes. Your traffic stop's already over, buddy.
It was not over.
Those guys I already got you on camera, man.
I got you on camera myself.
Yeah, ain't gonna get blocked by government code 552.
No, I was in
You don't even know what government code 552 is. You don't even know the law.
You can throw out all the numbers you want. I don't care.
Government code 552.
I don't care. I don't care.
Oh, Eldronder with 500 bits says, well, now that you mention it, I meant to thank you. A friend brought up sovereign citizen stuff to my brother, and I was able to warn him that that's how you get windows broken. Oh, that's great.
You have no idea what you're talking about. You interrupted my
Your traffic stop is over, buddy.
You interrupted my no,
Your traffic stop is over.
It was not. So what is your name?
That's none of your business.
Oh, it absolutely is. You interrupted my traffic stop.
Your traffic stop's over.
That is interference.
No, it's not, unless you're physically interfering or displaying criminal negligence.
Ask me who you were. I said, I have no idea. He's some random person that decided to come up and start cursing at me.
You understand interference is with criminal negligence or physical interference.
What you were doing. I had to stop what I was doing.
Explain the law then, buddy. You don't even know. Where do you get your law degree at? Where did you get your law degree?
Where did you get your law degree at?
Ooh, officer, I have that one.
Internet.
He got his law degree from YouTube.
What is your name?
That's none of your business.
It's none of my business. Well, I need to know your name.
Do you know my name?
I absolutely do.
For what reason?
Because you interfere with my traffic stop.
When your traffic stop was over.
Your traffic stop is over. Yeah, my new one just started.
Over.
Got him.
It was not over.
I got you on camera. The guy was already leaving.
What I was doing because
The guy already left when I started talking to you, pal.
You keep saying that, Cody, but it's simply not true. We saw it on your video.
Bill and Ted line. Let's check.
How's it going? What is the meaning of life?
Every rose has its thorn.
Every rose has its thorn. Just like every night has its dawn.
You're right. I missed the line.
Just like every cowboy sings a sad, sad song.
Every rose has a thorn.
Every rose has a thorn. Don't I know you?
No.
No.
Video.
I got you on camera, buddy.
Suck it, Hannah. Also love you. Good series of words to come in a row.
You on camera. I had to.
You don't even have. Where's your Your body camera's not even on right now.
Oh, it is. 100% it is.
What's your name and your badge number?
What is your name?
I'm not giving you my name.
You're going to give me your name. I guarantee you're going to give me your name. Or you're going to go to jail for interference.
Interference when the traffic stop's over?
My traffic stop was still going when you walked up on me, and I'm trying to talk to him.
When your traffic stop's over?
It's over now. My traffic stop was not over when you walked up. So give me your name, or you're going to go to jail for the interference.
Even though I wasn't interfering with physical.
You 100%. It doesn't have to be physical. You just coming up and running your mouth like that is interference.
That's not how the law works, buddy.
That is how the law works. So
under what penal code?
Give me your name, or we're going to go to jail. You're going to get interference charges.
Okay, my name is Cody.
Cody what? Cody what? We can make this very simple. I don't want to take you to
Cody
jail,
D's?
You don't want to take me to jail, but you're over here harassing people?
These guys are always projecting.
Have I encountered a Sav sit in the wild? No. I'd love to, but no.
I'm not hurrying. Sir, you came up and walked up on me, interrupted my traffic stop. Even the gentleman was like, who is that? I have no idea who you are.
That's not interference. You said I got to be physically interfering or criminal negligence.
You are mistaken on that. You do not have to be physically interfering with something. What you were doing, you walked directly up to his passenger side and are cursing at me. He had no idea who you were. He had to keep looking around because he has no idea who you were. So what is your last name? Cody what?
Warden. It's Cody Warden.
Can I plead the fifth?
You cannot plead the fifth.
I can't remain silent.
No, your Fifth Amendment right is it's shortened to the right to remain silent, but it doesn't mean you just can never talk. It's your right against self-incrimination. Giving your name is not incriminating yourself, it is identifying information that the cop is allowed to ask you and you are required to give.
Now, if you want to remain silent, then we're going to go to jail.
Go to jail for what?
Interference.
So you're asking me my name for what reason?
Because I need to document it.
Document what?
Your interference.
That I want you off this street?
Your interference in my traffic stop. You could have sat there and recorded.
Your traffic stop's already over, buddy.
It was not. It was not. What is your last name?
My last name?
Yes, sir.
For what reason?
Oh, my goodness. I'm not going to go in circles with you, okay?
I didn't break the law.
You did.
I'm on a public sidewalk right now.
You interfered in my traffic stop. What is your last name? Cody what?
You said I have to give you my last name or be arrested?
Yes, sir.
It's Warden.
See? No doxing. He told everyone himself.
Cody Warden. Okay. What is your date of birth?
You asked me my name, that's all I'm giving you.
I'm asking for your date of birth now.
You asked me my name, now you're asking me my date of birth. I done gave you my name. I done told you my name. That's all you asked.
Your date of birth.
I have free speech on this sidewalk.
You need your date of birth.
And I already gave you my name.
You did. Just need your date of birth.
I already gave you my name.
Just need your date of birth.
I already gave you my name.
What you did is interference.
It's not interference when your traffic stop is over, sir.
It was not over.
It has to be physical interference or criminal negligence.
I'm telling you, you are 100% mistaken. I'm trying to make this very easy, okay? You're being extremely difficult. You interfered in my traffic.
I don't even have to give you my name because I didn't break a penal code. The penal code simply states,
hydrate.
If you are interfering with criminal negligence or physical interference, I'm on a public sidewalk.
So the penal code is 38.15, interference with public duties. It reads, a person commits an offense if the person with criminal negligence interrupts, disrupts,
Are you just a big, like, Inspector Gadget fan? Is that why you like when I say wowzers?
impedes or otherwise interferes with a peace officer while the peace officer is performing a duty or exercising authority imposed or granted by law. It doesn't say anything about it needing to be physical, though in instances like this, speech can be used as a defense. How well that defense goes, I guess time will tell.
What's your name and your badge number? What's your name and your badge number, ma'am?
You can call the city and get that one.
Call the city, you ain't even got a badge number on. You ain't got a name tag. What's your name and your badge number?
Black's Law Dictionary definition request. Profane priestess, what do you want me to look up? Now say jinkies. Jinkies! I'd make a bad Velma.
What's your name and your badge
Are
number?
there any more Channel Awesome movies? No. We watched them all. Look up weapon? Okay. Weapon. An instrument used or designed to be used to injure or kill someone. That's a weapon.
Just give him your information. He's trying to
I never broke the law.
He's explaining to you how you did.
He's not explained the penal code.
You're not listening. It is.
He's never explained the penal code to me. Penal code is physical interference or criminal negligence.
What is your date of birth?
Did I break a penal code?
What is your date of birth?
Did I break a penal code?
What is your date of birth?
Did I break a law?
You did. You interrupted my traffic stop.
With criminal negligence or
Listen, I'm
physical
just looking at your
interference.
date of birth.
With interference.
You want to go to jail? Would you like to go to jail?
No, I wouldn't. But I never broke a law.
You did. You interrupted my traffic stop. It's interference. What I was doing.
I didn't physically interfere with your stop.
Just your mouth
Yes,
is
you do.
enough. No.
No, free speech alone is
When I'm
a
in the middle of
defense
a traffic stop,
to
that's
interference with public duties.
It's
It
interference.
is not, sir.
It is.
Sir,
100%.
by the
I actually don't know if the cop is right here.
Texas law,
100% it is interference.
by the Texas law,
It's interference.
where are you from?
I'm from here. It's interference.
By Texas law, you had to be physically interfering.
No, you don't have to physically be interfering. That's where you're completely wrong.
So you're not going by the law then?
You can walk up and record all you want, no problems. When you
Right.
start yelling at me, and I have to take my
Free speech is a defense to
I have
interference
to
with
take
public
my
duties. That's
attention
not.
off of who I'm dealing with to direct it at
So
you
what?
and
So
tell
what
you
am I
to
being
step
accused
back.
of?
Interference.
Under what elements?
Under your mouth, opening up and yelling at me while I'm over there.
Yeah, I don't think the cop's right on this one. I don't know for sure, though. Not a lawyer. Don't listen to me. The food and taxi driver. Good lord.
If you fighting cancer, no, I'm fighting with you. If you fighting cancer, no, I'm fighting with you. If you fighting cancer, no, I'm fighting with you. I'm praying that the doctors find the wisdom.
That makes me feel uncomfortable. Oh my god, it's the crazy pedophile.
I didn't want. I would never. Self sitting at. I wasn't speaking to a 14-year-old.
Okay, so
I
let
was
me-
speaking to a detective behind a mask, pretending to be a woman who actually, through what I found, was actually over the age of 18.
So you knew that this was a sting going in. So you wanted to
I
prove.
didn't want. I would never have walked in. I would never walked in that door.
But you walked in the hotel.
To recap so far, John has said that his mother is in law enforcement. Claims he's hacked into the Polk County computer systems to find out this was an undercover sting. He's a dark web and computer expert, and that he was just going to show up to say, "Thank you for trying to set me up. Have a nice day." Oh, what a tangled web he weaves.
And you sent a picture of a penis.
Which wasn't mine.
Which wasn't yours.
Which
Why
is-
would you?
So why? What is that?
It wouldn't matter anyway. Sending lewd images to someone you think is a minor or that is a minor is a crime.
So something that's available to 99 million people on the planet, is that wrong?
Only 99 million people on the planet have penises, and I'm unfortunate enough to be one of them. That sucks.
A lot of people ask me.
Is it?
Because I do these
If it was
investigations.
mine, I'd probably feel bad.
Okay, so why would anybody send a picture of a penis to somebody who said they were 14 years old? Why would you do that?
Well, that's not where it was. It was
this person saying, "Can you send me a picture?"
Wait a minute. The person asked for a penis picture. I know that the person
They can go through all
posing as the 14-year-old did not
the-
ask
the
you for a penis
700,
pic.
100 people I've talked to that I have yet to meet or never met, and they all ended up the same way. Where I just, when this goes down,
Expose these
I want
situations.
the underage girl. I just want her on court to speak to. That's all. I want her there.
It's a decoy, John. You know.
I know this.
But why do you even get involved with this?
Because that's who I am. I want to.
A predator? That's who you are? As a
Lennon Cat says, I didn't commit that crime. I committed another crime while pretending to commit the first crime. You just don't get it.
Yeah, I'm a predator because.
Well, look at you.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely a predator. I've never been arrested my entire life. I have no patterns of different.
You're literally arrested right now!
Never spoken to an underage girl.
But then why
But yet
tonight?
when I
Help-
know
help me to
that
explain.
When I know there's a sting behind it, I can just
I
walk
don't
in
think-
and be like, "Listen,
John,
f- up what you're doing. I see you back there, the detective. Have a nice night."
How
But I
long
couldn't
was
do that?
How long was the drive? You would get in a car
What does
after
it
a
matter?
sexually
To you,
charged
you're
conversation.
married, you have the life. I sit home and don't do.
That's not what
Walk
this
away?
is. That's not what this is about.
Sure it is. You just can't be truthful like I am. That's just the way it is.
So I can't be truthful.
I'm saying my mother is not going to walk away and be like, "Oh, f- it, let 'em go through
I
it."
don't
No.
think I'm the one not being truthful here, John.
Where-
And do you want to know why? Because I'm Chris Hansen. And I do stories on
I know
adults
who
who
you
try
are,
to
it's great.
meet kids online for sex. So you're just going
can't do
to
this.
give this girl a good talking to?
Okay, if I had known there would be a 14-year-old girl there, 100% alone, no, I would have spun around and left.
Okay.
Let's be clear.
So, but you would have gone in the hotel room and seen that it
the
was
point
a 14-year-old
to
girl.
go with there was to know that the detective was there as well. That was the only point.
At what point did you find out that this was a sting?
Once I started seeing
People
where-
tell you to get on the ground
What?
when you were arrested.
Are you retarded?
No, I'm not
No, you
I'm not
sure?
the one here.
Okay. Use that head. So when I found out through my computer,
You think I'm having a hard time
where
keeping up with this?
these were these packets and what I was seeing.
What is a
where they were going.
packet, John?
Look it up.
exactly?
If you can't tell me what a packet is, like I can't really help you.
I saw
Tell me what a packet
a guy coming to have sex with a girl he thought was 14.
I can believe what you want.
Okay. Is there anything
Can I
else?
speak to that girl then? At some point?
You
I just want to talk. to her.
I know you're relying on a thinly veiled.
Oh, let's be honest, because when this goes to where it goes, we're gonna go to the point where this
What do you think's gonna-
imaginary 12-year-old is really.
Well, if you're so knowledgeable of the law and so knowledgeable
I didn't
of
say
the
I'm
dark web-
knowledgeable of the law. I
Well,
just
you
said
seem like
what
it. You
is
sound
there.
like. Have you gone to law school, John?
No.
Okay.
So what? If there is no person there and I have not stepped inside.
You had a sexually charged chat with
Okay, I
someone
had
who
a
said she was
chat
14
with
years old.
someone. Okay, I
Right.
had a
And then
chat.
you showed up. Chat is chat, John, but showing up
Okay.
is showing up.
Yeah,
Are you with
I
me?
walked through the lobby. Is that wrong?
If you're going to meet a 14-year-old girl, it's
I didn't go in
wrong.
any rooms.
Only because you got stopped by
No, wrong.
detective.
Wrong.
No, I watched it, John.
Okay. So when I went forward, back, and didn't touch anything.
You were looking for the room.
No, I wasn't looking for anything.
Okay,
Exactly
why?
what room it was.
Then why are you in the hotel in the first place? I mean,
We're running in circles here.
all right. John, is there anything else you want people to know about your situation?
Yeah, you can just have them let them know that there was an imaginary person in the behind the computer that really actually wasn't a underage person. She actually was over 18 after digging through her picture and finding out actually who she was. Said detective pretended to be a underage girl, and I had a explicit chat with a pretend 12-year-old. That's it. Thank you.
All right. Well, John, thanks for talking to me. I appreciate it. I think these guys want to see you over here, so these guys out here.
Who's that?
The fellas out here, the sheriffs want to see you. I mean, you could walk out. There's no mystery to it. Thanks, John. I appreciate it.
Oh, what a nutbag. What a nutbag. Oh my god, I remembered. There's something I gotta show you guys. It's so bad. This
What's up, C?
Fucking guy.
You've never been able to get...
You guys familiar with the show Catfish? This is kind of like that, but on the internet. After this video, probably gonna go get ready. I want to put on more makeup. Probably. I don't know.
We've helped thousands of people and uncovered many romance scams. We have verified many people's identities and are excited to present you with this shocking episode. Welcome to Scamfish, presented by SocialCatfish.com. Today we take a trip to Stephen and Tammy's house just outside the town of Lillington, North Carolina. We are here to share with you this roller coaster of a story. This lovely woman opening the door for us is Tammy. She reached out to us for help after discovering suspicious messages on Stephen's phone. We opened our inbox to this video message. But before we get into it, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's see what Tammy has to say.
I've been dealing with romance scammers with my husband. Well, when I first met him, I fell in love with him right away. It was like we were meant to be together, and I really thought he was my soulmate. He has turned into a different person. He is not the same person he used to be. It's affecting our marriage. The first time I heard about Alex,
Is the show scummy or the husband? The husband is scummy.
got a text message. It was, "Hey babe, are you home yet?" And my heart just sunk. And I tried to grab the phone from him, but he said, "No, you can't have it. She's beautiful." He is...
Zwart Dude with 100 bits says, I just used a take-home test and found out I have COVID, but my work requires a test from a doctor's office, FML. Jesus Christ.
usually in his shop in the backyard, either on the computer or on his phone.
My man cave later.
If he just wanted an online relationship, like, I could go for that. But it doesn't seem to be staying there. And it hurts so bad. I'm sorry.
After reviewing Tammy's video, we sat down with her husband, Stephen. We wanted to know more about this one-year relationship he had with Alex before we started investigating.
What's your motivation wanting to do this?
A motivation? Just, I fell in love with somebody.
Such fucking dog shit.
You're talking to other women online and then, you know, sometimes sleeping in the bed with your wife right now. Why not just end it? I mean, it seems like a lot to put her through.
Because he needs the security of having a wife because he's a fucking boomer that probably doesn't know how to do his own fucking laundry. So he wants to use his wife like a fucking mom. Meanwhile, he wants to go bang weird random people on the internet who are lying to him anyway.
Like, I mean, the way you're talking to me is like, you're done, you're over it, you're whatever, but then the actions are a little bit different.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to throw someone away after like 15 years, but
only 10 subs away from 500 for the month.
Feel like this person's real.
She's got a lot
we won't hit the March sub goal, but maybe by tomorrow we'll get to 500. That's pretty close.
right answers. And you know, she's got all the excuses not to talk to me on the phone and stuff like that, and that's where I draw the line. It's like I know she's got something hiding right there because of that shit.
How much money have you given?
Too much. Probably about $8,000.
And what made you feel that you should give somebody money you haven't met before?
Well, because I've been talking so long, it's like I do know them now, and you lose that sense of perception about not knowing them and stuff like that because you converse with them every day, typing and stuff like that. You do know them.
So you've talked to her for a year, but you've never been able to get on a video chat with her?
video chat, but not live, or not a decent one. You're always, something's wrong, communication, or it's always an excuse.
The edited video he shows that she sent is so funny and how bad it is.
And how did you meet her? I mean, were you online looking for love? Did somebody randomly contact you? How did you meet her?
She's one of the ones that I sent a message to her, on her Facebook page, and just sent a message to her, and then she answered me back. Things have gotten different, like I said, talking to a bunch of different women online and stuff like that. And Tammy knows all about it. I mean, she's been out here with me when I'm doing it, so.
Yeah, it seems like she's pretty patient and accepting of
Do I watch 90 Day Fiancé? I do. I love 90 Day Fiancé. Baha and I watch it.
Yeah, she is really good about that. I mean, if she's just good the way it was right there, we'd probably work it out easily, but things that come, this girl is supposedly coming to see me end of this month.
I hear two stories from you though. Like I'm super confused. I mean, you tell me in one ear you're telling me that if Tammy was easier going, you'd work it out, and then the next ear you're telling me that you're going to meet this person.
Have I seen Before the 90 Days? I actually think Before the 90 Days is my favorite 90 Day Fiancé spinoff. I like it better than the original show. I think it's more interesting.
Not have a
Big Ed.
A B plan to fall back onto in case the first one doesn't work. It's
my recommendation, just man to man, is I would definitely be candid and honest, because it seems like she has a different perception of your feelings toward her, and maybe not treat her as a backup, because it's a little disrespectful. But look, Steven, we're gonna dig into this. We're gonna do our due diligence, try to corroborate the story, and then from there we'll set up a call, and then we'll go through everything we found. Is that fair?
That's fine. Go ahead.
It seemed like Tammy and Stefan had different perspectives on their marriage. Tammy loves Steven and wants to do anything to make it work. On another hand, Steven only married her for convenience apparently, and doesn't want to make the marriage work at all. After gathering all of the photos, emails, and numbers that were sent to Steven supposedly from Alex, it didn't take a lot of time to find out that Steven was being romance scammed. It turns out the phone numbers that the scammer
I'm gonna keep this running. I do have to pee, but I'll be back in a sec.
was using to communicate with Steven were VoIP numbers, and the emails had no history. After running a simple reverse image search on our site, socialcatfish.com, we found the real Alex Link's profiles. She's an adult film actress from New York. She is literally all over the internet. Meanwhile, Tammy sent over one last bit of information. Not only was Steven sending this scammer gift cards for food and bills, he had also paid money to someone who was posing as Alex's manager for dates with Alex that he never received. We reached out to Alex and her management team and thought it would be perfect for her to talk to Steven to clear things up, and she agreed. Real quick guys, we work really hard on these videos and we are so close to 20,000 subscribers. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Let's get back into it.
We're back at it. So essentially, we put so much work into this. We've done a lot of investigation, and we actually have a surprise. There's gonna be a lot of twists and turns here. We talked to you guys individually. We kind of heard different stories. Did you guys have time to talk with each other? And where do you guys both stand?
I don't know if I were planning on her leaving, so just I need to work through this, that's all.
So your goal is, no matter what the results are today, is that you want to work through this together.
Yeah.
All right, well, that's good to hear. Well, let's jump into it. We have a lot. You had actually sent money to Alex's manager.
Right, I never got my date or nothing. She wound up in the UK, and then all kinds of crazy stuff in there.
We actually looked into the emails that you were sent, and they're actually brand new email addresses. So they were just created not too long ago. When you create an email, there are typically footprints over a period of time, right? You create social profiles, maybe you reuse that username when you create social media accounts. And so they're usually public footprints associated with emails over time, right? And what we've realized, that when we look up an email, we can usually see some sort of history on this email. There was zero history with this email, meaning it was just created. It was probably created just to send to you that one time, or maybe a handful of people, and you ended up being one of them. And so when we looked into the email, that's what we found. The next piece of information that we're pulling up, So there was this driver's license that was sent to you. Can you kind of just tell us a little bit about that driver's license and why it was sent to you?
It was sent to me as a joke because I kept asking. He sent me one like that.
That one we looked into. We actually found that image on Instagram.
Where did I get the shirt? Was this an Amazon purchase? I'm not sure if this was Amazon or if it was Torrid. If you Google pentagram dress, it'll probably come up. It was on Amazon? Okay.
That picture.
It's funny because I literally put this on because I saw someone else wearing the same shirt on Twitter earlier, and I remembered I had this, and I was like, oh, that's cute. Avant Gardner, thanks for 12 months.
We actually found the original picture that was used in that driver's license photo, and it was posted publicly at one point on Instagram. Whoever got it took it and photoshopped it onto a state ID. So the state will actually on the website put samples of the identification cards so that people can see what they look like. So somebody took that ID on the state website, photoshopped the picture in, and changed some of the information. But if you look on top of that, you can see that the signatures don't match whatsoever. And
there's just a few missing symbols
So-
from the original sample for the New York license. So there's a few different things that are missing if you compare the one that she sent you to the sample that the actual state gives you. So that's how we're able to tell that was photoshopped.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the same exact hair and everything.
So there are two pictures.
It's the same picture.
Side by side. Tell us a little bit about that. It looks like she's holding a sign that says, Stephen, I love you.
Yeah, she supposedly had to make that because
Oh, Baja posted a link to the dress if you'd like it.
she can't do anything. Supposedly she couldn't send anything live over the net, so she had to put a picture together, she said.
It looks like she had sent you this photo as well. She has some luggage with her. How did she end up sending you that photo?
She said she got it from her friend. From one of her friends took the picture, and then she downloaded it from there and then sent it.
Did she mention that she was going somewhere or?
Yeah, she was going to the UK or something like that.
Oh, the UK.
We looked through this video where the mouth isn't always
I have a
following.
movie channel on the Discord. There's like a movie and TV discussion channel. Yeah.
And it looks like it's sliced, so the video is actually cut. So if I was to send you a video, me talking to you right now, I would just say, hey, Steven, how's it going? Hope you have a good day, right? Or hey, Tammy, give me a call back. And this video is actually sliced. Like somebody actually took the video, edited it. You can see the video stop and restart at another point, and the mouth doesn't fully match up.
Good morning, Stephen. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay well and stay safe.
I don't even think
It wasn't very long ago.
I don't think I ever saw that one.
Yeah, you did. You gave it to me. It was right before she came to North Carolina.
Okay, I remember basically some of that.
How does this make you all feel like so far? Like, how are you feeling like looking through this information and like a lot of this is starting not to add up?
How did he
I've
fall
known
for
this
this? He's desperate.
Pretty much most of the way. But I couldn't prove it 100%, and it's just like.
I have not seen the movie The Devils.
Hey, what's their point of going this much trouble this far? For something fake. It's just like. I don't get why they would do something like that. That's all. I mean, there's no monetary gain out of it, really. I mean.
You sent her money.
But there is, right? I mean, there's an $8,000 monetary gain. Like, Steven, no offense.
I didn't mean he was justifiably desperate. I'm saying he's an asshole.
Like, I'll talk to you for $8,000.
Yeah, most people would, I guess.
And so these profiles, Alex's profiles have what's called like a blue check mark. And so like Facebook and Instagram and Twitter, they've verified her as being a real person.
Not Twitter anymore.
And so part of that verification is they add this blue check mark to let people know, hey, look, you're talking to the real person. And then that way, when you see stuff like this, like pages like these, you can easily tell that they're either newly created or it's not the real person. So in looking to these pages, like neither one of these are her or even tied to her. So we actually have a surprise. We reached out to Alex's management and we're actually going to get him on this call.
Huh. Okay. That'd be Matt.
Alex.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey, this is David with socialcatfish.com. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. How are you doing?
Doing good. Thanks for doing this, by the way.
Thank you for having me. I was just saying, people need to know that I'm not on the internet, like, asking for money.
I do.
This poor woman.
Want to start off and say, Alex, have you...
The Shadow Witch with 95 bits says, it's been a while, Hannah, just now starting second campaign. Just curious what I have missed in like almost a year. Teaching D&D club, inspired by charisma saves, SGA, etc. I'm lucky I have time for anything, just curious about Baja and you. We got married, so that's good. Baja's finishing up her PhD program, which is cool. I'm doing the same stuff I always do. I don't have personal growth. I'm joking. I actually started a new therapist recently, who's great. So things have been good. Good. I'm glad you've been keeping busy. D&D club sounds fun.
You ever met Steven, the guy in the black shirt?
No.
Yeah. And so, like, Steven, we brought Alex on here because we deal with so many people in her situation. And, you know, yes, she's like a celebrity. Yes, people know who she is.
Niche, internet micro-celebrity.
And she's also a victim, right?
Right, correct.
And so people steal her pictures and they scam other people out of money, and they don't care about what it puts people through. So I'll let Alex talk about that for a few minutes and just maybe talk about like what she's been through. But I just want to be clear, she's never met you or talked to you or I don't mean it in a bad way, but she doesn't know who you are.
All the time. I mean, this happens a lot. People just...
I'm not a niche internet micro-celebrity. I'm a professional shit poster. There's a difference.
And this also happens, not just me, but many of my colleagues, my close girlfriends in the industry. It happens to all of us. People steal our photos that we put out online. That's why you see some girls with a watermark with their social media handle. I don't do that all the time, and so they'll take the photos, and sometimes they even do that, and they'll erase the watermark, they'll Photoshop it, and then what they do is they use these photos and pretend to be either me personally or us or just some random person in another state, just like a pretty girl, and then trick people. And this happens all the time. It happens every single day. I mean, it's a problem.
Where is your social media, and how does somebody know what is real and what isn't?
Look at the follower count. That's number one. If there's a high follower count, so on my Instagram I have 1.5 million followers. Twitter is like 137,000. Facebook has like 45,000. Frankly, I don't have time to make any more profiles. And I do have like a not safe for work Twitter, for example, but I clearly write that in my profile, and I am constantly sharing that on my profile. So I am not...
It's funny having to have someone explain basic internet understanding to an adult. Like, all right, kids, let's explain how you know something's legitimate.
All these little tiny profiles on all these social media platforms to talk to people because I'm a busy woman and I work all the time. Like, I don't do that. I never will.
And then, Alex, I wanted to run through like some of these pictures that were given to Steven. There was a picture where you were like, it looks like you're holding the camera, but it was in a driver's license picture. Did you see that one?
Yeah, we wanted to know, where did you guys take that picture? The picture that was used in the driver's license.
That was a photo that I took of myself in my bedroom like 2 years ago.
The next one, you have luggage. What was this backstory on that?
He was going to take a trip to the UK.
A trip to UK? What's the backstory on that?
One, I've never even been to the UK, so that's a lie. Number two, that was actually a photo of me heading to, I believe it was Las Vegas, 2 years ago.
Gotcha. And then the last thing we want to run through, we thought it was kind of comical because there was like a video that was like sliced halfway through. Did you see that?
Good morning, Stephen. I hope you have a wonderful day. Stay well and stay safe. The only time I ever do that is if it's for a custom shout out or a custom video that somebody pays for. So I am on a site called Cameo where fans can pay for me to give them a custom shout out in which I would say their name, or also on OnlyFans. And I'm also on a site called Sex Panther where you can text me. Other than that, outside of my platforms that I use to communicate, I don't communicate with anybody on a personal level.
Very cool. Well, I appreciate you taking all the time to run through it. I just want to reiterate, like, people in your situation, they're victims too, that this has just become part of your life. Like, yes, you are, trying to make a living for yourself and you are a celebrity, but people take advantage of that. And unfortunately, this is part of your everyday life, something you deal with. Steven, any questions that you have?
No, it's okay. Thank you.
Cool. Well, Alex, you're free to jump off. Again, thank you for taking the time to jump on.
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Yep.
Bye.
Well, what do you think?
I don't know what to think right now. I mean, I guess
You know what to
it'll
think.
sink in a little while. I just need to get some time to go through it.
We've dealt with thousands and thousands of these cases, and Brienne, she talks to a lot of people, helps a lot of people out. Where are most of these people from, and who are they?
Nigeria, and it's usually a group of scammers, not just one. They work together as a group. It's basically a company that they've made out of just scamming people.
And to reiterate, they can be anywhere in the world, but we tend to
Right.
see, like, the romance side of things, they tend to be, 19 to 25-year-old males out of Lagos, Nigeria, unfortunately. We've seen them in China, we've seen them in Russia. A lot of them tend to be male, and so you are probably talking to a guy.
All right, that's fine. Thank you.
That's what gets to him the most. What a little shit. What a little shit. He found out he was effectively cheating on his wife, and for no good reason, and being tricked, and the thing that annoys him the most is clearly that he was probably talking to a man.
I'm sorry.
Fuck this guy.
Gotta be quiet for now. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and go because.
How many pictures of his wrinkly old man penis did he send to people that were dudes?
I just need to step outside for a few minutes.
You need a break.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Understood.
Thank you. Thank you very much for the answer, so.
No problem.
That's it. That's exactly what I thought. I mean, I've researched as much as I could and learned a lot, how to try and find things to look for, and how to find out whether they're real or not. And
Here's a link.
everything I came across was 100% sure that it was not her.
She leaves him. Don't worry, it says so soon, but she does leave him.
And he could not show me one for sure.
Part of that's because he, even after this, still believes that it's a real person. Spoilers.
Thing that she was. He just had hopes that it was.
I guess my question is, will he discontinue talking to whoever he's talking to?
That I don't know.
Like, at that point, why doesn't he just, like the woman said she was on some site that allowed you to pay money to text with her, and it was probably sexual texts in nature on the way it sounded. Why doesn't he just pay for that? Either way, it's a fantasy. At least this would be a fantasy you're probably paying less for. Fuck the guy, either way. Fuck him, clearly. But, like, I just don't understand.
I know he had told me that if she wasn't the real Alex, then he thought she might be somebody else just as pretty and maybe even another porn star, and
could do is roll my eyes. I mean,
After Steven left the interview, he did one last interview with him, and this is what he had to say.
Talking to me because it fucking her social media. Pretty f***ed up playing games like that with me, but I'll have to deal with it.
Oh.
You know, it's not the best thing in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But I still need to get back to other people to find out what's really going on, because now I can use that video to show them and say, hey, put up or shut up now. So.
You were already shown proof. You were shown the proof.
That's all I need to know.
Do you know what you're gonna do coming forward?
Probably just get over it. You know, depends on the outcome. I mean, this person is supposed to be really coming to meet me. Who is she? You know, what's up with that? So, I got answers I gotta find out. I mean, me and Tammy are fine. We love each other, but it's just platonic. You know, we're just used to each other all the time. I never want her to leave because I love her to death.
Jesus Christ.
But, you know, there's a side of me that, you know, still wants the other stuff and like that, and it just screwed up all the way around.
After all the proof we gave him, Steven still thinks Alex is coming to see him at the end of the month. Tammy texts and says he went and texted his Alex and asked her about it. She said she's not allowed to admit any relationship, so now Steve is saying Alex straight up lied on Skype. I blew up at him. He's beyond help, unfortunately. Tammy is moving on with her life. I hope Tammy finds someone who's not a cunt. Or is happy alone. Whatever makes her happy. As long as she's not around that fucking asshole. Hydrate. Hope she got the house. One would hope. Alright, I gotta go get ready. So, who are we gonna raid? I typed in raid. God damn, my brain. Let's see, who we raiding? Alright, have a good night, everyone. I'll be on Actual Jake's channel tonight playing D&D if that's what you're into. If not, I'll see you tomorrow. For the last day of the month. And then I believe Sunday we're going to do the patron-only live stream. I believe. The 2nd. So I'll see you guys later. Have a good night, everyone.